My name's Ollie Hunt. I'm currently a second year student of architecture here at the Liverpool University. In May 2006 I originated the idea for Finalcrit.com. Finalcrit.com is a website for all designers and creators where they can create a free and customizable portfolio to showcase their work. Finalcrit.com for the individual is, as I say, a completely free and customizable showcase of your work where you can include up to 100 images of your work, your CV, biography and contact details. You can use this as its individual website and send it to employers. To employers, this is where the other USP is. To an employer looking to place or looking to employ a junior or middleweight designer and up to senior middleweight designer, you have to view their work. You have to go through the rigorous process of interview, the work and the CV. There's no way of doing that unless one, either they have a website or two, you bring them in for interview. There's no middle ground as such. So what this does for the employer is it gives them that before the necessary call to interview view of work. So essentially they can cut out 3, 4, 5, maybe even more designers or creatives that don't fit the bill before that expensive process of interview. Now, Finalcrit makes no money from the individual. What the individual, well, this is going to sound quite crude, the individual is our product. The Finalcrit generates that product. That product is then sellable to the employer because the employer's like, hey, here's a great creative pool of talent. I can come, I can search, I can post a job, instantly view that work, pull the CV off, review it, call to interview. Great. We hit one slight problem when we launched it. Our pool so far is only 1,500 registered members, which is growing at an extension rate of 20% each month. But we soon found that our critical mass is about 10,000. We need about 10,000 registered members before the site is, I'm willing to part with cash to pay for it. Finalcrit portfolios, on average, last month, there were 30,500 views of portfolios. That's the actual individual portfolio was looked at. Each portfolio is looked at on average 18 times a month. You have a target audience there. That portfolio is being sent to a potential employer, potential client, or peers within your creative discipline. What I'm going to do is make Finalcrit free to employers. They post jobs for no cost whatsoever, and we're actually going to be generating money out of Finalcrit in another way now. We get them on board now, we get them testing the site, they're going to use it. If it doesn't work first time round, we've not lost them because it's cost them nothing. They are willing to come back and throw another dice. But if we were charging now, we wouldn't get that. So the idea is generate the revenue from the portfolios as a product. We already have this product. I'd say 30,000 portfolios are viewed each month. From that alone, we could generate just over £1,000 a month. On that note, I hope that is enough. Any questions?
Hi Ollie. Why 10,000? Is it a round number? I'm always suspicious of round numbers. Why is 10,000 critical mass?
Adrum, big recruitment agency that deal in architecture, media, print, all of these. Been in touch with them for about a month now. Now, the Finalcrit for them is right up their street. They really like the project, and although they've said, right, we're not going to part with cash with you just yet, we want to get involved. And the feedback has all been coming back. Commendable project. Your site is awesome. Your product's awesome. You're getting some great talent on there. One big problem: your numbers are nowhere near big enough. Well, how big is big enough? And they're like, you're probably about 10% of what you need to be. So from all of those people, 10,000 seems to be about the ballpark.
Yeah, and how do you feel you'll be able to convert your clients that were used to getting it for nothing into paying guests?
I actually project to always make job posting free. I'm never going to charge for it. What I'm going to do is introduce featured job postings. I'm going to introduce employer profile pages where on Finalcrit you can pay a monthly fee to have your employer's page up there with logos, some showcases of potential projects you're doing, because it's a two-way process, recruitment. It's not, I'm a designer, right, you just have me, I want to work for you. So you can pay for employer profile pages on there which lists the jobs and add features. People don't want to step back, they don't want to go, well, I had this for free, why am I going to start paying now? They're not. So we're going to use this as my benchmark and step forward.
As an employer,
yes.
My biggest problem is finding skilled staff. There are many, many, many recruitment agencies of every different size, shape, description that you could possibly imagine out there.
Yeah.
And yet, as an employer, my single biggest problem in running a business is finding skilled staff. Yeah. How do you think you would actually get me as an employer to to use your site to get skilled staff?
We give you the tools to recruit. We don't recruit for you. There's also the advanced search function where you can search for discipline, key areas, location, years experience, freelance work. It's an advanced search. You can perform an advanced search of all those portfolios currently on Finalcrit and people looking for work, and then you directly employ them. We have no part in that.
I really like the product, Ollie. I'm just slightly concerned. We're in recruitment.
Yes.
And I'm slightly concerned about it becoming a monster, where it's big global giant with no personality and no personalised ability. And I'm just wondering, as Jenny just asked about an employer, from the flip side, as a candidate, if I'm advertising my work on there, am I contactable? Do employers contact me? Do agents contact me? Am I bombarded by...
As an individual on Finalcrit, you create your portfolio. You then have privacy and visibility settings. You can say, I'm currently looking for work, include me in showcases, or I'm not, please hide my portfolio. Your portfolio is only visible by direct link. So you say, here's my portfolio, please go and look at it. They can get to it directly, but they cannot search it through Finalcrit.